New construction homes are exciting. Everything looks shiny and brand new. But here's the truth. Not all finishes are created equal. Today, I'm answering 5 questions about hidden costs on cheap finishes that most realtors won't tell you. If you're thinking about buying new construction home, this is a must-watch. Let's get into it. Question number 1. Why do builders use cheaper finishes in the first place? The simple answer is profit margins. National production builders such as KB, Toll Brothers, Taylor Morrison, Lennar, and Pulte has a gross margin of approximately 20 to 25%. Regional and local builders such as Sherwood usually has a gross margin of 18 to 22%. The margin is less than national builders because small builders may have to pay a higher price when it comes to materials and labor. National builders could leverage their economies of scale. Custom and luxury builders usually have a gross margin between 25 to 35%. Custom homes typically allow for higher markups due to premium finishes, upgrades, and bespoke designs. Note that these are all gross margins. The gross margin equals the revenue or the sale of the home minus the cost to build that home. The cost includes materials, labor, land development, and permits. Gross margin is before any expenses or overheads are factored in. And expenses and overheads in this situation include corporate staff salaries, office rental, marketing and sales commissions, interest and financing costs, and general administrative expenses. It's important to recognize that these home builders operate as a business. Their pricing naturally includes gross margin that is included in the overall cost. Now, what's very important to understand is what's included in the standard package and what comes with the home versus what is an upgrade and additional cost to the home. You pay what you get. What you see in the beautiful models is not what you're going to get. The models are highly upgraded as it is an opportunity for these national builders to showcase what you could do at the design center as an upgrade. If you're purchasing a $500,000 home, what's included in the standard package is usually the least expensive options. And these options include flooring materials such as tile and carpet, countertops, cabinets, and appliance packages. But in the standard package, it will come with the least expensive options of those that I just mentioned above. There are different quality when it comes to flooring, such as carpet and tile. You are going to get the most basic one at this price point. Now, if you're purchasing a $2 million home, what's included in their standard package may be upgraded options of those you could find in least expensive communities. Just as an example, let's say a 12 by 24 standard tile in a $2 million home is actually an upgrade in the least expensive community where it's an additional cost to get that particular tile for, let's say, $20,000 to $30,000 in that particular $500,000 home. At the end of the day, you pay what you get for. If you're interested in just sticking to the standard finishes, that is okay. And based on the price of the home, you will know the quality and the finishes that you're going to be getting for that particular material. You pay what you get. For me and my buyers, when we go to the design center appointment, before we start looking and getting distracted with all these beautiful upgrades, different levels of finishes, I will ask the interior designer of the builder to show us exactly what the standard package includes. For some of my buyers, these standard packages may be sufficient for what they're looking for, especially if my clients are budget sensitive. They may want to do things after closing and not with the builder. And that is totally okay. These are conversations I have with the buyers all the time, especially before stepping foot into the design center. When it comes to new construction home, what comes standard as far as flooring is carpet for all the main areas and tile in wet areas and usually in the entrance area as well. If you're not too crazy about the standard tile and or the carpet and you want to change it to a different material, that is an optional upgrade at the design center. Question number 2, what hidden costs will I face if I choose cheap finishes? So let's think about that for a second. Especially in high traffic areas, such as your first level or your common areas, you may want to make sure that area is tiled or you use a different material such as wood or luxury vinyl. The standard carpet that would usually come with a standard home after many years of high traffic would need to be replaced. It's really important to talk about your lifestyle and what areas are high traffic for you and your family, because for every family it's different. You may just want to explore what the cost would look like in the event you wanted to replace the existing carpet that comes with the standard package into the same tile in the wet areas, as an example. Do your due diligence and see what kind of additional cost that would look like. Just as an example, saving a few $1,000s today may result you in a repair down the road that may cost you double or even more, even in the tens of thousands of dollars. So those are conversations you want to consider with your realtor and your buyer's agent before making the selections for a new construction home. It's like buying a discount car tire. You'll pay less upfront. However, in the long run, you'll be paying more. There's also a saying where if you pay cheap now, you're paying more in the long run. And that's exactly it for a home and when selecting these finishes. If we haven't met yet, konnichiwa. My name is Kaori Nagao, your global real estate advisor, helping you find your new home. Whether it's new construction, home, or resale, anywhere in the world, I'll be more than happy to help you. Remember, I have referral partners within my Sotheby's network in every market, every city, so please feel free to reach out to me for any of your real estate needs. I love it when you engage with me, so keep commenting and let's keep going. Question number 3. How can I spot cheap finishes before I buy? Does your buyer's agent recommend you to conduct a frame walk inspection and a third-party home inspection before closing? Well, I absolutely do for all of my buyers buying new construction homes here in Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada. It is so important to hire these professional inspection companies to check the work of the builders, because at the end of the day, we're human, we're not perfect. There are going to be some things that are going to be missed, and you want to catch that before they put drywall, for example. Or before you close on a home and get the keys and then realize after moving in a week or two after, finding out all these repair work that needs to be done to your home. So during these 2 milestones, I will book these appointments with the superintendent of the builder and we will thoroughly go through the home. Let's talk about the frame walk first. Frame walk is extremely important because that is the bones of your home. It's your structural. We need to make sure that the structure is in place. And of course, the home is built to spec. We go through each area of the home and make sure that there are no cracks or there are no missing bolts or there are no cracks in the windows. Other items, we will walk through each area and identify if there are any additional work needed before drywall and installation. During the third-party home inspection, which happens a few days, during your third-party home inspection, we will thoroughly go through your home, and instead of focusing on the beautiful finishes of the home or the shiny countertops that you have selected at the design center, we are going to open everything and operate everything together. What that means is that we're going to open every drawer, every cabinet, we're going to turn on all the faucets and make sure everything is working properly. If you've selected soft close on your drawers and your cabinets, make sure you open them and close them and make sure that the hinges are set properly to do the soft close. If you decided at the design center to add drawers for your cabinets, make sure you open them and pull them out and make sure the drawers are operating properly. I've actually attended a third-party inspection where my buyers and I were very excited, especially in the kitchen because my buyers love to cook. We opened everything and she did order those custom drawers. We pulled them out and guess what? It fell off. It literally fell off and landed on her foot. Things like this happen. So you have to go through your home thoroughly and inspect and make sure everything is done and installed properly. Flooring. Make sure the flooring has been installed evenly. Make sure there are not gaps in between or there are no funny areas. Especially on the second floor where you could identify any unevenness or any softness in the carpet. Walk thoroughly and evenly through every space and make sure that it's installed properly. Look at the paint job. Is it done properly? Is there an area missing? Or is there a blob of paint on that wall that needs touch up? Go through it thoroughly, and that is why we have the blue tape inspection, also known as the new welcome home orientation, with the superintendent so you can mark up the home for all all these blemishes. And lastly, a lot of people don't do this, but I do. I look underneath everything. And what I mean by that is I look underneath the countertops, for example. Let's say you have a beautiful overhanging kitchen island. Everyone focuses on the top and the sides. Well, guess what? You need to look underneath and make sure that it's been installed properly. Sometimes when you look underneath, you'll see some surprises. And I'm not going to mention what they are, but I have seen surprises. Question number 4. What upgrades are worth paying upfront? When it comes to smart spending when purchasing a new construction home, let's talk about structural upgrades. Structural upgrades are hard upgrades to do after closing, so you definitely want to consider doing it with the builder. And these structural upgrades may include things like a full multi-stack slider doors. Let's say your beautiful new construction home has a beautiful side courtyard with an optional structural upgrade to add 2 additional sliding multi-stack doors so you could open it up and have this wonderful indoor-outdoor entertainment space. Doesn't it make sense to do it with the builder and not after closing? It's going to actually end up being much more expensive, usually, to do it after closing than to do it with the builder. So I highly recommend my buyers to do those structural upgrades with the builder. Another structural upgrade may include adding plumbing and sink to your laundry area. Don't you love having a sink in your laundry area? Well, I do, and especially because I have a mini golden doodle as well. I love washing her items there in the laundry sink. Anything plumbing related is a structural upgrade. And on top of that, we also have electrical upgrades that we talk about. And let's say you just came back from your Japan trip and you fell in love with the Toto bidet toilets and you want to install that in your brand new construction home. Well, guess what? Standard toilets do not come with an electrical outlet in the bathroom. So that is an optional upgrade that you would need to add in the event you want to add a fancy Japanese toilet in your primary bathroom. And guess what? I have a lot of buyers that do that, and that's their pet peeve. They have to have an electrical outlet in their primary bathroom. Another upgrade I highly recommend my buyers doing through the new build is the flooring, especially in the high traffic areas. Let's say you're not too crazy about the standard carpet or the standard tile. Let's say in your main area and common areas, you want to do luxury vinyl. Well, it makes a lot more sense to go through the builder to have the luxury vinyl installed from the beginning rather than having the standard tile in the wet areas and carpet in the other areas and ripping both of them out in order to add the luxury vinyl after closing. Now, that's a personal preference. And of course, you have to do your math, you have to do your due diligence and understand how much it's going to cost to do it with the builder versus how much it's going to cost to do it with an outside vendor after closing. Now, if the pricing isn't as much of a difference, I highly recommend installing with the builder because at the end of the day, you don't want to be removing tile from a new construction home right after closing. That's just my personal preference. And for my personal home, I've always done the flooring in the main areas, in the high traffic areas with the builder. Another upgrade I recommend my buyers to install through the builder are cabinets, custom cabinets, and upgraded cabinets. It's so much easier to have the builder install it from the beginning versus having a standard cabinet installed, everything taken out and ripped out from the walls after closing and installing a new one. Now again, this is a personal preference. If you're not happy with the custom, if you're not happy with the selection that the builder has offered for the cabinet upgrades, and you want to do something more modern, more sophisticated, more elegant, I get it. And of course, kitchen is a very, very important space. So I really, really respect that. If the builder does not offer the upgrades you want, you may want to do that after closing. Now, if the builder offers the cabinets that you want to upgrade it to, I would recommend going through the builder. Have you ever walked into a new home and thought it looked absolutely amazing, but later discovered issues? I'd love to hear your story. Drop it in the comments below and tell me, would you rather pay more upfront now for higher quality or save upfront and risk for paying more later? Question number 5. Are cheap finishes ever worth it? Sometimes, yes, but it all depends on your timeline and the goal of your home. My first question to you as a buyer would be, is this home your primary home that you're going to live in and enjoy? Or is this going to be an investment home where you're going to be renting it out? My second question would be your timeline. How long do you anticipate living in this home? If it's your primary, will this be a forever home? or will this be a temporary home? Is this your starter home or is this your move-up home? Those are all the questions I will be asking you at the buyer's consultation so I could better recommend and advise you as my client. Let's say this is going to be your primary home and this is a starter home. You're fed up paying the high rent and you want to start building equity for yourself and your family. Fantastic. Now, because it's a starter home, it may be okay to start with the standard finishes. And over time, if you have the luxury and the budget to make some upgrades throughout the time, you could do that. And it makes sense because you're living in that home and you're also enjoying that home for yourself and your family. And I always remind my first-time home buyers this. There is tax exemption on your primary home. Let me break it down for you. If you've lived in this home as your primary residence for over 2 years in the last 5 years, and if you were to sell this home, the capital gains that you've earned on the sale of this transaction is tax-free if you're single up to $250,000, and if you're a married couple up to $500,000. So this is fantastic, right? This is a great tax incentive so that you could roll over that capital gains into your new move-up home. Now, if this is your forever home and you have plans to live in it over 5 years, then it might make sense to invest now so that you're going to be enjoying the higher quality materials and not to have to worry about future issues or future replacement in the long run. Now, on the flip side, if you're an investor and you want to rent this property out, it really makes sense to do a specific flooring and not use carpet in those high traffic areas. So for example, if you purchased a new construction home and it's a 2-story home, you may want to make sure that the first level is all tile or luxury vinyl so that it's easy to clean and maintain versus a carpet that may need replacement after a few years of renting it out. Investing in quality upfront may feel like a bigger spend initially, however, you'll be saving in the long run. Less maintenance, less repair, longer lasting finishes, and home that stays beautiful and functional in many years to come. If you want to stay up to date on new construction, hidden costs, and real estate market trends, make sure you check out one of the videos surrounding me. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for finding me. It'll make me really happy if you could smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're made aware of my weekly content. My next milestone is 100,000 subscribers. If you found this video educational, please share it with your family and friends. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one.